This is my 2025 Propfirm tier list from a 3.5 million funded trader. Let's go.
Is it Stacy? Is it Becky? Is it Keisha? Is it Anthony? Was it Danny? Is it Marty? Where's the function?
Where the fuck the function? Where the fuck the function? The way I feel right now, I feel like we need to be all alone. So if you just playing around, you need to...
In this video, guys, I'm gonna rank a couple of prop firms, review them, and actually tell you what I like about them and what I don't like about them. The thing is, I'm not just a trader who just wants to tell you a few things about how the rules are or whatsoever. No, we're gonna go and dive into my experience with those prop firms because I've been multiple time funded with them already, had a couple of payouts with them, but I also got banned on a couple of them, and I will just show you today the honest reality and how it is if you're a profitable and consistent trader, and how they look after you to ban you, and how you can avoid and how you can actually search for top tier prop firms that you can actually build a long-term relationship with and actually really trade with them on a successful way. Because there's nothing more worse for a trader than passing phase 1, phase 2, or maybe you go for a one-step challenge or whatsoever, getting then profits on the funded account, requesting the payout, and then you get the payout denial. So what you want is actually to pick up the right prop firms where you already know if you follow all the rules that they are stated over there and that there are no hidden rules, that you will actually get paid out. I've experienced that not only once, not only twice, but more than 10 times already throughout my whole trading career. Sometimes it was my own fault because I didn't do enough research. So this video is actually for all of those ones who don't need to do the research anymore and just listen to what I said over here. And actually, of course, you can of course review everything for yourself. I would just share with you very transparently my experience and why I believe about these prop firms. Let's go, guys. These are the prop firms that we're gonna rank together today. We're gonna start with the GOAT, solid, does the job, not convinced, and awful, of course. And I think most of you already know these prop firms, right? Because they are currently very popular, and I will share with you the experience I've had with them. If they let me get funded, if they rejected my payouts, if I had with them already multiple payouts, and what I would like from them to like change in the future, or what I think they do already very good, and so on. But before I'm gonna start right now with the ranking, I would like to introduce you guys Propfirm Match, because you need a platform, and this is the platform that I use in order to do the research, everything in one place. And this Propfirm website is actually unbeatable. Let me show you to you guys. It's this one over here. It helps you to really understand which prop firm suits you the best, because each one of us trades completely different, right? Like there are maybe a few traders who don't even trade in the CFD space anymore, because right now it's more popular to transit to futures. And also me, I trade right now with more in funding with futures accounts. Like I have around 2 million in funding, or even more, only with the future sites, and over 1 million in the CFD space. And that's interesting because both of them can give you an advantage. And I would like to recommend everyone from you to like use really all of it. And here you can literally, scroll through them, see the reviews. For instance, here they have 25 reviews, my funded futures. They get a score from the reviews. You see from which country they are. This is also very important. You see how long they operate. For instance, here only 1 year, 4 years, 10 plus years. This definitely has a relevance because most prop firms disappear within a year. Some of them only exist for a couple of months, and maybe some of them just for 1-2 years, and then also they will actually lose this game because of not having sustainable systems. And you can also see the platforms that they allow you to trade. We had this problem with meta quotes, for instance, in the past. Now most people are using CTrader or TradeLocker, or in the future space TradeAwait and TradingView implementation and so on. And that's exactly what most people then are looking for, and you can like already select through this the right prop firm for you. Also the max allocation that they allow you. For instance, my fund of futures 450k, APAC 6 million, which is insane, and so on. And yeah, you can basically scroll here through everything and see also right now which ones are more popular, who have the best selling challenges currently, but also more things like offers, which I would always give this a check. If there's a prop firm you always wanted to try and they have currently a nice offer, like for instance Alpha Capital 15% off, and you wanted to use that, you can use here code match. You can buy through the platform over here, and you will even get loyalty rewards. So it's very cool. They give you a lot. Definitely you would like to buy everything through Propfirm Match, as they provide you in reality all of the information that you need, the best reviews at the end, because you can basically check out reviews, right? Like from Alpha Capital right now here, see some traders, hey, I give them 4 stars because of whatever, 5 stars, 3 stars, whatever happened over here, right? Like every prop firm has some negativity, right? Like there's no prop firm which will be always perfect and will treat every trader the right way, right? Like there are some traders, depending on what they do, depending on what rules they fall into, whatever, maybe they misunderstood a couple of rules because they're new into the prop firm space, they might misunderstand certain rules, and then they will have a bad experience with a specific prop firm. This can happen as well. And I think here, even if you just read through the reviews, you will learn so much about the prop firm. Of course, you can always check out their website and check out their FAQ, right with support and so on, but even there, a lot of miscommunication can happen. So I would double check everything, to be honest. You can also like see, for instance, here even something which is brand new, like Payouts. They add a lot of new things to these to the website. Even by myself, I'm not so crazy informed like that I know everything about what Propfirm Match in reality shows you here. But the most key elements is actually for you to understand that you can search over here for your conditions. For instance, you're looking for here challenges, right? You can see, for instance, the profit split. You can see the max daily loss, overall loss, profit target, and so on. You can compare here each prop firm with another prop firm. You can check out the reviews, as I already said, which is the most important thing from my point of view, to see if they are verified or not. Best sellers and so on. Prop firm rules, right? Like, which I think is something you need. Like, they are always updating it here, because very often prop firms just change rules, and for you to understand that, you would need to be signed up to their newsletter, right? And I don't know how your emails look like, but mine are like full of spam and full of a lot of newsletters from each purchases I had with prop firms. I don't even have the time to like every day check my emails. Like, I check the most important emails for myself, but I can't check out every updated rule. So build this in your routine that you check out right now, what they allow you to do, what you don't allow, or what they changed. For instance, sometimes they change out how you receive your payouts and so on, and that's very interesting, and I would like to really dive into this and so on. You can also like see the brokers they use, spreads. It's crazy. So a lot of data you don't want to miss out on. All right, and yeah, more to come. Highly recommend you to do so. I, by myself, when I want to buy a challenge or whatever, this is the first thing I do. Come here, check it out, check out their website, check out some reviews on Trustpilot as well, right? Like, double check everything as often as you can, and then do the decision if I want to really buy it or not. With that being said, I would now like to start in the tier list and rank all of these prop firms from GOAT to awful. So we're gonna start out right now with the GOAT himself, which is gonna be FTMO, guys. FTMO, I think nobody is right now shocked that I rank FTMO as being the best prop firm for me, or at least one of the best prop firms, because they actually have no hidden rules. You know all of the rules upfront. You know what you buy and what you will get, and they will pay out. The one thing I want you to understand about all the prop firms in general, and I know most traders can't even talk about these things. I can talk about these things because I've been banned, and not only banned from prop firms, but even restricted, right? And I don't want to talk right now too much about that, but there are restrictions in terms of risk management. Most prop firms, and you will see that if you go right now here to Propfirm match and check, for instance, the rules, you will see that what they actually allow you or what they don't allow you to do. And each of these professional prop firms, they tell you upfront what you're allowed to do. For instance, profited practices one-sided bets, right? Taking consistent positions in a single direction without considering market conditions, right? Like this rule, for instance, means at the end that if you the entire time risk huge amounts of your daily drawdown for one trade, one direction the entire time, this is one-sided bets, which they don't want you to do, because at the end this has nothing to do with trading itself as being a consistent trader. You have to understand that there are prop firms who have a prop firm model which works in the way that they just make money from losing traders, but this is not a sustainable system. A sustainable system is actually to be able to A-book traders, right? And FTMO, this is why I ranked them, they might put you under restrictions, right, with risk management and so on, but they A-book traders because this is why they still exist. They know how to filter out good, high-quality traders. If you're a trader who risks sometimes 5% on a trade, 4% on the next one, then 1%, 0.5, and having like a system which might work, right? Like nobody is judging that. I've done the same things multiple times by myself. But for a prop firm, it's nearly impossible to actually reflect what you do and understand if they can really A-book you. What they need from you is in reality data that they can work with. Because jumping from 5 to 1% is like you get sometimes a 1-to-1 RR trade, sometimes a 1-to-5, which doesn't like have a consistency, right? Like you might be profitable, right? And in order for a prop firm to see that you are profitable, they need then more data, such as 1, 2, or maybe even 3 years in order to really put money behind you. And this is why most of the professional prop firms, they will put you under these type of restrictions after a specific amount of profit that you made, which is something what I understand, right? Which I hated by myself because it's something which they don't communicate. I would wish for the prop firm space that they would communicate this rule more often so people are aware of it. In reality, that's what most are doing, and I'm not gonna judge prop firms for doing these type of things. All right, so let's get into it. So this is why for me, FTMO is still the GOAT, is the best prop firm. They allow you very good max allocation of 400k. They provide you prime programs, supreme programs. By myself, I've been able to scale one of my accounts. I'm max allocated with them, and one account is already scaled up by 25%. My profit split has been increased from 80% to 90%, which is insane. And for what they provide you, it's very legit, because the thing is, you can trust them. The thing is, they pay you. The thing is, they don't ban you. The thing is, they might ban you if you don't follow their guidelines, right? As it happens to all of these traders that just do whatever they want to do. But in reality, if you stay in the rules, everything is fine. So next prop firm I want to continue is actually funding pips. And now for me to be able to rank this, I gotta be very honest. I don't have so crazy much experience with funding pips yet. I've had payouts with them, but I only started this year to trade with them. And as far as I've seen so far, everything really worked smooth. Nice spreads, nice executions, and payout and so on. Everything worked. And because of this, I cannot say it's a bad prop firm. And I know many traders trade with it. It has a lot of reviews. I have to put them also on this side. I have to put them here because I knew this prop firm for a long. I watched this prop firm for a very long time. I've seen this prop firm adapting, which most prop firms couldn't do. They handled bad situations, and still I didn't buy a challenge or whatever with them. The reason, and I can tell you exactly why that was, is because they didn't offer 200k accounts, only 100k accounts. That's the thing which I didn't like about them. They only allow you with one strategy to use 100k, which for me, it's not much. I like to have at least 200k, and the best case, of course, 300ks or even more. And that's why I say they are solid and even on the GOAT status at the end. The next prop firm I want to rank is a prop firm. I know most traders know it. They've been the GOAT in the past. I made a lot of money with them. It's the Funny Trader. Definitely 2025, they are awful. Like, I would even rank them more down below if I could. I can't, unfortunately, because that's the entire list capacity. I made a lot of money with them in the past. I've been with them max funded 600k. And the cool thing, I even scaled my account in the past 2 times. I've scaled the 300k up to 450k. So the first scaling was 375, then 450k. I've been very close to being the Kings program or what they had, which was payout on demands, which was back in the day something very crazy. And the thing is, why I ranked them awful, although I had so much in capital, although I had multiple payouts with them, over 6 figures, and is because they still owe me in payouts. I think it's 37k, which they never paid me out. They're still operating till this day. And I even talked to Angelo about a potential podcast between him and myself, where I never received a response. He was very cool in the Instagram story promoting that he would like to do a podcast about the Funny Trader rebranding, whatever. He's back the CEO whatsoever. There was never an answer from his side, so the podcast never started. And for me, nothing has changed. Bad reviews over bad reviews that I can read. I also don't follow this prop firm anymore. I don't even want to be involved in this entire thing anymore. For me, this is a too high risk personally to be in this. And this is the reason why I actually rank it awful. In the past, it was the GOAT. It was, for me, the best prop firm because it allowed you so much in capital. And in order to be able to handle that, you need to have very solid marketing, solid prices, the promos, and so on. It's crazy. I've had one of these accounts I've had for over 8 months. I've never lost it. Very crazy. Always consecutive payouts. I had also back in the days already issues with them. They didn't want to pay me out. They still ended up paying me out. I think it was my biggest payout. It was around 40k or something for 2 payouts. It was crazy. It worked out at the end. But then the other 37k payout never came. All right, that's crazy. Let's continue with the next prop firm. I will use now Alpha Capital. Alpha Capital is a prop firm which I think very much influencers are promoting, which gives me bad vibes a little bit. It's like, hey, they wanna like get promoted for everyone, so they pay a lot for marketing. But they have good programs for sustainability, which I think works, right? Like, I've been trading with them, I have payouts with them, I'm currently also funded with them, and I also have to give them, if I'm honest, the GOAT status. Because if you get payouts, if everything works, I cannot say they're only solid. For me, these are the craziest criteria. They don't have crazy rules whatsoever. Everything is fine. They are the GOAT, they're trustworthy, and that's what works. The Fivers, to be honest, I cannot tell you anything about the Fivers. I've never tested them. I have to put them over here at not convinced, although, if I'm honest, I think they are very good. I think they pay out what I've seen from reviews and so on. And I can analyze that already quite good because I've analyzed already so many prop firms. I've bought so many challenges in my life already, and I've lost so many in the past. By the way, guys, in this entire year, I've only lost one single Forex challenge. I've lost a couple of futures challenges, but this year I've only lost one single Forex CFD challenge because I've applied my risk management at the craziest level that you can even impossibly think of. And also for my funded accounts, never lost one in the entire year over the last period of 6 months. And that is why I'm currently 3.5 million funded. And yeah, Fiverr's definitely on my list to get funded with them very soon, to buy a challenge and to be with them. The next prop firm, also, I never traded with them. It's E8. E8, I wanted to always buy. I never did. I wasn't convinced, to be honest, really. In the past, I thought that they will not survive. I really thought they will be over. They're still here. They pay out. I have a couple of students who are funded with them and get regular payouts with them, very big payouts, 10Ks in payouts very often. And that's why I also want to try them in the future. And I also think they are pretty good. Next one, Quantec. This prop firm, guys, I have a story to tell. Complete garbage in my point of view. Although they might have reviews, good reviews on Trustpilot, they might have good reviews on Propfirm. The thing what you have to understand is they haven't been always at Propfirm on the website. And not every trader will have with each of these prop firms always good or bad experiences. Like there might be someone that had very bad experience, for instance, with FTMO. And that might be okay because maybe he tapped into some rule, maybe he didn't follow whatever he did, maybe it was not suitable for his strategy and they had to ban him. That is definitely not good and definitely does not speak for the prop firm, but it's kind of like an individual thing. The same could be with Quantec that, hey, maybe Quantec is really paying out traders. They just didn't pay it out me. What happened is actually I've been funded with them with 200K back in the days. And of course, they changed their rules since then like 10, 20 times. And back in the days, it was kind of the same thing. It was like this when they got launched. Most people have been promoting them. They had 50% discounts, whatever. Normally, when you see 50% discounts, run. For real, run. It's usually not a good thing. It's usually how they will actually get a little bit, liquidity in their bank so they can actually start to really like work and to do their thing. But they will deny bigger payouts in order to like sustain for longer. And if there will be one of two trading influencers with a reach, they literally don't care. And they didn't care about me as well. I had eventually a rule which was not really described perfectly, which is you're not allowed to trade with one strategy on more than 200K in funded. What I did is I traded with a 200K funded account and I started another challenge because that was a 50% promo. I bought 2 challenges. With one I got funded. I traded only one because I was aware of the rule. What happened is they started migrating. They've been in the past at C-Trader, as I know, and then they've been migrating to MetaTrader. However, the migration took a while. It was not just 1 week or 2 weeks what they claimed. It was, for me, over a month. And I talked to the support if I can trade in the meanwhile with my challenge. They gave me the go. I traded in the meanwhile with the challenge. And then after a month, finally I got my funded account back. I started to trade back with the funded account. I made around 7 or 8K in profits. I requested my payout, and what happened is they denied my payout and even breached my account. I talked to the support multiple times and they haven't done anything. They ignored me completely. At the end, I didn't kept going to trade with them. And the cool thing is, in the process, right? In the process of me trading a challenge account, I even failed it. So I didn't even pass it. So I was then never more funded than 200K. However, they didn't describe this rule specifically. So they took advantage of it and didn't even like said, okay, we reject your payout and you can continue trading on a funded account. No, there's nothing that you can discuss about. I talked to the CEO, talked to everyone in Discord. I very often wrote in Discord, hey, yo, give me my payout. Tell me what the issue is, because they couldn't really explain me that, how this happened. Every single time they wrote in the chat for everyone to see, yes, we do it, blah, blah, blah. And then deleted my message 1 minute afterwards. So what they did, that was crazy. For me, awful Propfirm. I don't trust them. The next Propfirm, Blueberry. Blueberry, I even made a video here in the YouTube video series. I said that I will even make a video about how I will get funded with them and so on. I didn't end up getting funded with them, although I was in phase 2, although I almost hit my profit target. What happened is I breached one rule I wasn't aware of. And this is exactly why you guys for real need Propfirm match, because if you trade with multiple accounts, like I do, I don't even know how many accounts I have. And because if you have 3.5 million funded, it's not going to be an easy job anymore for you to understand all individual rules. What happened here with Blueberry is I was not aware of their margin rule, which means I opened up a position which was for too long in a loss, and I couldn't know at what specific price this is going to happen, and they breached it. And I didn't lost the challenge itself. Like, I just had to start from phase 1 again. Because of that, for me, this is not a good Propfirm. I think they deleted that rule, but it was not something they communicated in an easy way, or it's not something which is industry standard. And if something for a Propfirm which is backed by a broker, for me that's too weak, to be honest. So we can tell they do the job. At the end, they're not scammers. They pay out. It works. They do the job. But this is not a solid job, and it's of course not a GOAT job. Next one, Think Capital. Think Capital is harder for me to rank because I'm not funded yet. I'm in the challenge phase 2. I like their new interface. They have their own interface. It's great. It's similar to TradeLocker. For me, it's a little bit, additional work because it's not everything on MetaTrader 5, which I prefer the most, or it's not on CTrader. And because of that, for me, it's also currently, they give you MetaTrader, yes, but you have to accept less in funding. I decided to use this because they had promos ongoing on that. I think they pay, right? Like, I don't know if they pay, but I think they pay. And I would also rank them that they do the job. Maybe in the future I will rank them higher. I don't think that they're bad. It's okay. It's a good Propfirm, for real. But it's nothing special about them. It's not that whatever. It's just alright. Next one, Fxify. Fxify is, for me, one of the most awful Propfirms ever. I've been with them funded in the past 400k. And not only once, not only twice, I think 3 or 4 times. I paid a lot in challenges because 400k was not cheap. It's very expensive. And I traded with them, got payouts, lost funded, got funded again, and so on. It was a back and forth kind of thing. Until my last challenge that I did, where I've lost, I think, 2 challenges in a row. I received with them a challenge. I passed phase 1, and then I passed phase 2. What happened? I was waiting for my funded account, and what they did is they actually banned me. I don't know if it was a full ban, but they just denied to give me the funded account. The cool thing that they did is, and that's why I give them here props, Quantec doesn't get that props because with Quantec, like, I had a payout and I received already like the refund for it, but Fxify gave me the refund in this case for the challenge, for the last challenge, which was still 2k or something, which is crazy. But I didn't receive like the money for the work to pass phase 1, phase 2, and I didn't receive the money for the previous 2 challenges where I've also lost 2k. So for them it was like, okay, you invested 6k and we just give you 2K back and everything is all right, right? Like you've lost the 4K, so we are done. And that is for me not fair. For me, this is scam, complete scam in reality. I've shared it on my Instagram story a few times. People went over their post to comment why they did that, whatever. No response, nothing. Also, I never received any response from their support. Next one, top one trader. A good one, but still an awful one. Very crazy, very disappointed from this Propfirm, to be honest, as I've made with them already around 30K in payouts. Now you would say, Darius, wait a little bit, you made 30K with them and you still rank them as awful? Yes, I do. The thing is, this is a Propfirm where I never lost one single dollar to them because I passed all of the challenges and I received instant my payouts. I never like paid for something where I did not receive the refund for the payout, for me paying for them. But yeah, I've had with them one step which I passed where I made payouts of 10K or something, and then I passed a 250K account, and of course also they done a huge discounts, 50%, whatever. I think till this date now they still do this. Like I had like how much was it? 250K account. Let's just see what they promote now. It's 50% off. The same thing they did in the past. And yes, they might have good reviews because they actually pay. Like they paid me out as well. And you gotta understand, guys, the thing is, I think most traders who will go with them, they will get paid out. I mean, you see here on the 1-star, there are still 2 reviews, right? Like there may be others who have been affected by them as well, like I've been. The thing is, they changed their rules completely. They don't even offer 250K accounts anymore. They've done that in the past. I know. And the thing is, I kept trading with that account and I kept making money with it. And at the end, it was a total of 30K or something. And the last email I received from them is like when I requested the last payout, or like one of the last emails was that they've been putting me under restrictions. The restriction was to not lose more than, I think, 1%, 2%. I've accepted that. Of course, it's not what I like, but I've been accepting it. I kept on trading, and I still made a lot of money with that. And what happened is then my last payout was, I think, 7K or so. And what they did is they actually paid me out and wrote me an email that I'm actually banned because I'm not sustainable. I was even happy because at the beginning I thought about, hey, I hit the scaling plan. Because what I did is I've been hitting the scaling plan, or it was almost there, because the scaling was like you have to make 10% a month or so. And I did that at some point or over 3 months or so. Over 3 months making 10%. That was, I think, the rule. And I was almost there. And I was like, hey, cool. I think I hit the scaling. And instead of giving me the scaling or whatever, they handed me the ban. And what they offered me was 2 options, which is, hey, you can still trade with us with a 100K funded account, but with a 25% consistency and with 2% profit cap. Then I was like, okay, so that means they give me 2K with a profit split of 80. So they pay me out only 1,800 for making this type of work, passing, and then trading with that, or a 1-step challenge with also other rules in addition. And then I agreed to use the 1-step, and then they never wrote me email back. They breached my 250 account, terminated my account, whatever. I never received from them anything. I've wrote the support multiple times. I've wrote the risk team multiple times in email. No response, no nothing. And they've been so cool in the email to tell me that they actually, they're better than the other Propfirms. That was what they stated. They're better than the other Propfirms because they don't do shady things like that, ending up doing the same things. Then I opened up a support ticket through another email. As soon as they understood it was me, never a response again. All right, a lot of bad things, guys, but we will continue now with some good things, and that is actually the trading pit. The trading pit, I think it's one of the most underrated Propfirms currently. I love them because they also A-booked me. It's the first prop firm where I received the confirmation that I am A-booked. And that's insane. I will also be at this prop firm a form of educator, because they would like to educate their own traders. Their model is not here to like, hey, we want to for you to lose. We want you actually to get profitable, follow our rules, and then actually get A-booked, because the co-founder of this prop firm is also the co-founder of TTP, which is a huge broker regulated in the UK as far as I know. And the longevity of this prop firm is something unbeatable for many others. So they are professionals. I think they are like FTMO, like very crazy. Also, Alpha Capital and Funding Pips, they are at the same level because they work towards those solutions, or they have already the solutions. All the others, till now, what we ranked, I don't know if they have it, but here I'm convinced they have, and that's why I rank them this way. The next one, the Pip Farm. Oh, this is very hard for me to rank, to be honest, because I know the CEO already personally. I had a meet with him. We did a podcast. This guy was very friendly. I know that Anna is in his team, and they do a very good job. The only problem is I'm not funded with them yet. I'm trading with the account already for a while. I think I breached one of the accounts because my stop loss was not triggered due to volatility on gold. Yeah, it happens. The stop loss was too tight. They have interesting rules, very good, very sustainable. They have nice features like a kill switch. They don't work against traders. They pay out traders. To be honest, they have to be on the GOAT side. I can now give them a solid, although I'm not funded. This is a good prop firm for real. Like, I would highly recommend everyone to like try them out. They are good for real. Let's move on to the next one. Apex. Oh, this is hard to rank, guys, as I'm crazy funded with them currently, to be honest. I think I have right now with them over 1.5 million or so, or even more. I don't even know for real, or 1.75. I don't know. It's crazy. Apex has crazy rules, for real. The craziest rules I've ever had. I've had payouts with them in the past, and I've been funded with them in the past as well, and it works, right? I just think for most of the traders out there, this is not the right prop firm because it's too hard. They are very cheap. They allow you in reality with very cheap money to have access to a huge amount of money at the end. But in order for you to be able to pass it and to also get sustainable, very hard. And I think it's kind of against of most strategies. It really got to be a scalper intraday trader like I am. Intraday trading can work, but can also be wrong. I give them still a solid. I cannot give them the GOAT because it's literally too hard, and it's probably not. Yeah, I have to give them the solid. It doesn't work. The next one, I think the name is Funding Traders. I've traded with them in the past, and well, it's hard to rank because I received the funding stage, or I should have received it, but I haven't received it due to they had rules in play which have not really been communicated, such as 2%, 1%, whatever, risk per trade, and it was very hard to reach. But I received a refund because I said this is not what I like. So I cannot give them awful because they have the rules and you have to play with it. But I would also not say they do the job because this is not industry standard. I don't know how they're operating right now. I give them that I'm not convinced. If they really are good or not, I cannot really give a full review as I didn't trade with them now. But I cannot tell them they're awful because they refunded me the money, which they didn't need to do, as it was in my responsibility to read the rules. However, the rules have been much below the industry standards, and that's why I would never accept, to be honest. So, and it was very, very expensive as well. So, make your own picture out of it. Next one, Funded Next. GOAT. For real, Funded Next. I'm trading with them for a very long time. I'm like over a year or something funded with them. Fastest payouts, for real, fastest payouts by far. Also dipping into the futures market now, insane. Yeah, what should I say? For real, Fundenex is a nice prop firm. We even had a collab for a while, I think. Yeah, it's a good prop firm for real. Like, you can trade with them, so it's cool. Top Step, I will also give Top Step a solid, just because of the rules are still very complex. They're much more expensive compared to Apex, which can make the heart still alive. They don't have easy rules now. Hey, you will make no easy money with them. No, very hard as well. But yeah, it's one step. That's the cool thing about these two. They are futures, they are differently. I understand that. Probably for the futures, they are the GOATs. I don't know, like I haven't tried the other ones. Like Tradify, I think exists as well, and even more. Like even Alpha Capital has futures now. My Forex Funds futures. There are many more. I haven't tried them out yet. I will try them in the future. But yeah, guys, this is basically my updated tier list for prop firms that I trade with. Honest review. Like no one else can provide you, because most of them, they only trade this because they actually get promoted by it. I paid for these challenges. I've been funded. I've seen the dark sides, the good sides, and this is my honest review. Hopefully you like this, guys, and let me know if you want a deep review of one of these prop firms. I can do that because I've made payouts with them. I can really talk about it. Others just talk without having proof or whatever. And for everyone who wants to also get 3.5 million funded, I can't guarantee you that you will do the same, but you will at least get the same strategy that brought me here. The link is in the bio, guys. See you. Have a nice one.